Hey gang, welcome to the channel. My name is Andy. Alright, it's an overcast day here in Melbourne, but I'm excited anyway. Why? We've been in lockdown for like 3 or 4 months. It's been crazy. But now we're finally out and I'm finally able to drive the 991 properly and take it through some twisties. I haven't had that opportunity yet and I wanted to bring you guys along. Now before we kick off, guys, I'm dropping Porsche content on the channel every 2 weeks. So make sure you don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button, it's right below. You can do it right now and I'm happy to wait just a second. I'll play some waiting music if you like. We've got waiting music? Let's play waiting music. No music. Okay, I'm sorry, that was really awkward. Alright, we're here in my 991 out on a country road on a Sunday morning, no other traffic on the roads. This is what I've been waiting for. Finally a chance to actually see what this baby can do. Now I have been using the car as a daily over the past couple of months. Having lived with the car for a little while, there's a couple of gripes I have. First up is that there's cup holders, really good cup holders actually, but there's nowhere to put a bottle of water. And you know, I get up and go driving in the mornings, I need to take that bottle of water with me. There's nowhere to put it. When you're streaming music via Bluetooth, there isn't a way to actually control the track. I can't fast forward it or skip. So yeah, a couple of those little day-to-day things are kind of annoying, to be honest. I've had new brakes all round. I've got Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's front and back, and even that's transformed the car, and actually just getting a wheel alignment done when I had the tyres fitted has made a big difference as well. The other thing I did, which I think I mentioned in the first video, is that I replaced the carbon fibre multi-function steering wheel, which I was really not a fan of, for this beautiful sport design wheel from Porsche. This wheel is brilliant. It just feels beautiful in the hand, amazing kind of matte finish leather, and having the paddle shift just makes all the difference, because if you're going to have PDK, pressing those little buttons, it kind of robbed you of the experience. You know, I love driving a manual car, but half the thing with getting this car was being able to have that race car feel of, you know, that being able to change with paddles, suddenly feel like I'm Lewis Hamilton. That's been fantastic, probably the best change I've made. The other thing I would say is about the exhaust. It is quite quiet and you do really have to get the revs up to really hear it roaring at you. I will say that, you know, if the car wasn't my daily, I'd probably do an exhaust mod. Although it sounds good when you get on it like that. So this is a really bumpy, twisty road, and it's the one thing where you really do see the difference between an older car and a newer car, is just how much more settled the chassis is, and it really allows the suspension to do what it needs to do to keep you connected to the road. So even under full throttle, around corners, hitting bumps, you don't feel like the car's going to step out on you. The amount of grip is phenomenal. The other thing I'll say is, and it might sound really obvious, but even though this car and my 964 are separated by 22 years of development, there are still some similarities. You know, there's no escaping the fact that the engine is way out behind you, hanging out over the rear axle. Now obviously in these cars, gradually over the years, they've brought it further forward, but even still, you still have that sense of the engine being out there, it's kind of like this gigantic sledgehammer. But again, you've just got to trust it. It's all about slowing before you're in the corner, and then once you're in the corner, it's foot down, the rear end just hunkers down, and then you just get all of this grip and off you go. And that's where it's amazing, coming through the corner there, once you spot the exit, then it's just a squeeze of the throttle and out you go. You just get fired out of that corner. You know, you're maintaining momentum all the way through, but it's just the way you can get on the power like that. And it's just there, ready for you. A lot of people talk about the Cayman GT4 and how the gearing in that car is really very long and how it's difficult to actually enjoy it because you don't get that ability to shift and shift and shift. It's interesting to me because nobody talks about that so much with the 911, but I actually find it's quite similar in this. Again, very tall gearing. This thing redlines at 7.5, but it doesn't get there immediately. And actually you do find yourself on a twisty road like this, oftentimes just sitting in third, and that's sort of its happy place, although this is going to be a second gear corner, I think. Oh, it's bumpy. Wow. But stays composed all the way through, no problem. And go. I don't actually need to use that often, if ever. Far out. Wow, what a car, what an amazing car. You know, I knew it would be immensely capable. The thing that's actually surprised me about this car is actually that it's incredibly fun. It's fun to drive. Shifting with PDK is fun. It's just what a great experience. The thing that really strikes me is whenever a new 911 is launched, we obviously get a lot of exposure to it in the media and we hear all about it, which is what's happened with the 992 in recent times, obviously. But of course, then the GT cars come along, and what happens is that the lowly Carrera and Carrera S kind of get forgotten about, and our imagination seems to be more captured by something like the GT3 Touring or the GT2 RS. And something like a base Carrera or a Carrera S can maybe blend into the background a little bit. Well, the thing I can tell you is just how immensely capable these Carreras are. And that's the thing I'd say about any of these Porsches. If you've got one, it doesn't matter whether it's an old Boxster, a 964, a G-body, a 996 with fried egg headlights, and I don't think everyone hates on them as much as we all think they do. Whatever Porsche you've got, we're just so lucky to be able to drive these cars because they are just so incredible. So anyway, thank you so much for watching today. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. I'm not going to ask you to hit any more buttons. I don't think there are any. And I'll see you on the next one.